Now, uh, we can do some sensitivity analysis with respect to the degree of optimism alpha. So what if alpha is not zero point 0.8 but zero point 0.1 or zero point 0.2 or zero point 0.3? So we can do a data table analysis like the one that we did in break-even analysis chapter 1. So first, let's set up a list of possible values for alpha that we want to consider. So suppose we want alpha to, we want to study alpha values from zero point 0.1 to zero point 0.9. So enter zero point 0.1 and then add zero point 0.1 to the previous one and copy it down. Then you have that. So the next we have to set up. So let's go ahead and set up the possible values for alpha. So we need to leave one row blank. Okay, so 0.1 plus 0.1 and say up to 0.9. All right. So let's do it like that. Okay, so this needs to be displayed as alpha, not A. So we highlight like that and change the font to symbol font, and then you'll get alpha. Okay. Now, when you change alpha to different values, then you want to be able to display what will be the weighted average outcome and the corresponding decision. So you set up the output from this table to be that in this column and the decision in this column, right? So once you have set that up, then data table is you need to start from this corner, cover all the possible input values, and then expand the highlight to cover each of the output columns. Okay. Now go to data, what if analysis, data table. All right. Now alpha is in a column, that's our input values. So this is a column input value. Okay, there is only one input value, so row input is going to be blank. And this column input value of alpha must go into this cell. So column input cell is that. Now click OK. Then you get the table populated. So let's do some formatting here. Okay. Now this first row is needed for the data table to work, but in displaying this row can be confusing. So what we can do is this 36 row, we can hide it, okay, by right clicking on the row and then say hide. So now that is done. So now we have to average outcome or average dollar value and decision. Okay, like that. Let's do that and maybe. All right. Well, I guess I added one extra row, so let's go ahead and use one here. So one would be your 100% optimistic. So well, let's go ahead and format this to currency, and we don't need decimal places. Okay. So now at different levels of optimism, degrees of optimism, what would be the decision for you? So up to about 60% of degree of optimism, that is from 0 to 60% degree of optimism, not very optimistic. Then you would build, so up to 10% you would build nothing, and then you will build small plant. Once your optimism factor reaches 60% and more, or 70% and more, then you'll build a large plant.